Hi, I am Vanessa Majoro, Kisitaki. I'm based in QwaQwa, Free State. And Kisitaki, I mean that I enjoy all things creative. Yes. So all things creative, music, reading, creating, drawing, painting. Yeah, I don't just paint or I don't just draw, I do a lot of things. I grew up here in QwaQwa. I wasn't born here. I was born in another Free State town. So we moved here when I was like 3 years old. Yeah, you know, when it still had that, what is it, homeland feel to it. I grew up here. I went to school up the road, Kenavazisuk Primary School, and then I went on to Retif High School in Kestel. And afterwards, I took a bit of a break for a year because I wasn't sure what I wanted to go and study. And then afterwards, I went to go and study computer systems engineering in Durban, DUT. And I'm putting that part in because that's also where I started with my creative journey as well. The campus that I used to go to, initially an art gallery, which was strange for an engineering campus, but I'm not sure if it was an art campus before that. So yeah, they had an art gallery there. They had the hallways. Yeah, this one building. They had these massive pieces, paintings or whatever. And I think that's where I continued, or just being creative or being an artist. It was really reignited. Because I always used to draw when I was younger, but I didn't see it as a lucrative career, because you know what they say about the arts, and there's no money. And then I enjoyed physical sciences, so that's why I also decided to go and study engineering. But life on campus, that's why stresses at school sometimes. So prior to exams, I would find myself just going to the art gallery. They would have different exhibitions. In high school learners, in people who are pursuing academia, they would have their final year exhibitions. So I would go there, and I noticed observing people's work in stress. I would just really connect with their work. And I happened to bump into this one lady this one time. It's about this art program. This is now in my final year. It's about this art program. It's Honamo in Durban. It's working the African Arts Center. They sponsor it. I can apply for it. The next years are the following year here. They just taught me drawing and printmaking. In a nutshell. In a very big nutshell.
You were studying, then while you were studying, you fell in love with the process of creating.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so, I did.
Could you please take us through your creation process? How do you come up with the concept that you come up with?
Mm-hmm.
And even as we are speaking, I like the fact that how it's more about who you are as an artist, it's organic, so how would you explain it to the next person, your creativity process, what made you also material?
Okay. I think that prior to the pandemic, I used to draw and paint a lot of traditional works. You have one body landscape, still life, your figures, you have one. And then I think during the pandemic, when I was working from here, man, it's a mess. And then that's why I started just reconnecting with the environment that I live in. and because I've always I've loved nature. That's why I also love painting landscapes. Ne? So, why don't I incorporate recycled material into the work? And then I started painting different paintings and just different techniques with things that I made up myself. From recycled material. And then I experimented with this type of material. I just started collecting them. I feel like it was a lot who the black experience because when you look at climate activism, for example, it's almost as if we are excluded. But when you look at our history and there's always been this thing, just reuse. And when you look at a life cycle, this material, but prior to that, it obviously had its own life. We don't throw it away. Until it looks like this in a way, but it also is very discolored. Okay, so I think it also speaks to that. I'm trying to find bits and pieces that connect us to each other, because it's almost as if in silos, and the more you travel, the more you realize that we have shared experiences across different tribes. This material in the way Mavenda, like a lot. It's that shared material. Yeah. Okay, I had a 9-to-5 job. I had a career, to be quite honest. I think for 6 or 7 years, working in telecommunications. So different organizations, different cities. I just got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore.
Why is that?
Because of the structure.
Further,
there isn't a lot of creative freedom in a corporate industry, where you try and be innovative. I feel like that's the best outlet or the best way that you can express yourself as a creative. But because it's so structured and because there are models that need to be followed, you are kind of seen as a rule breaker in essence. And there isn't a lot of room for that. There isn't a lot of room for asking questions, because with being an artist, you ask a lot of questions. But this doesn't make sense. Why are we doing this? Why aren't we trying this? And then I would always get half-baked answers. So I was like, ha ke no kgona hore ke etse ntho e leng hore nane ke hloka hore ke tswelle pele ka yona tsela e fella monana, right? Yeah. It was a process of going through therapy for a number of years, and just the process of elimination. Okay, no, I get sharp on mine. Okay, I could go say this thing and then let's try it out. I'd be fine. And then I just couldn't. It wasn't a defining decision. I'm leaving this for this. It was just I'm leaving this. And then because I was already just doing a lot of art, I use it to meditate and to just get to a better point, mental health, So that's when I honestly started doing and creating more, It's how I ended up just with these types of drawings, because they're very meditative in their nature, I don't have a favorite one. Do I have a favorite one? I think that painting.
please.
Oh. Okay, so it's this painting. It's this one.
Okay.
I'd say it's my first oil painting in Kilingayesa. And I'm a self-taught artist. So yeah, I love this one because that's when I was like, okay, there's this thing I want to try out. E re ke bone hore nka etsa jwang. Do I even have the ability to do it? So yeah, I love this one, Shane. And maybe it is my favorite. I guess it's my favorite hobane ha ke no e rekisa le hape ha ke no fana ka yona. Okay, so I have that's actually where I started. I have I think it's the third or fourth year where I have this art competition that's aimed at high school learners. For them to just express themselves. It's not even competition is a I don't like the term. You just submit work and then you get a hamper, to be quite honest. It's not there's no ranking involved. Oh, this is the winner or whoever. Yeah, so it's just for kids to recognize them and to just give them a platform for running how let's see your work, express yourself, and then here's something for you to gain from it, because I never had that, to be quite honest. It was just arts and culture, and I don't want to get into arts and culture.
Why is it?
We all know that I feel like it just drains creativity. There's no how na monate.
The art and culture that they teach in school. So
yes, the one that I was taught. I'm not sure if the syllabus has been improved. I'm not even sure if they're still teaching arts and culture, but I didn't enjoy it. It did nothing for my creativity or my journey.
Here's my second last question. How would you want to change art in education?
How would I like to change art in education? I think I would like to. Okay, so when you think about structures, there isn't a lot of play involved. For example, when you do chemistry experiments, when you do math, there's this break between what you're taught and applying it into real life. But when you think about it, when you're driving a car, and you're driving at a certain speed, without a GPS, you can calculate for yourself, okay, at a certain speed, chances are so there's this break in between the two disciplines. I think it's also like that with art. So what I would like to see is just the encouragement of play, where you aren't really rated. You get 100% for this thing, which is also going back to what I'm trying to do with the art competition. There's no ranking. It's just go crazy. Express yourself, because I feel like when you express yourself, that's when you know yourself more and you know how to relate things to yourself and to each other. So that's the one thing that stands out. It's hard yeah, I'm learning a lot about that. Hey. Yeah, I do have videos that I record. Kicking a voice over. Interview I've built my confidence. So I'll start talking more. I do have videos I record of my process, and I do try and and put it on my Instagram page, put it on my Facebook page. Okay, so I used to have, my website, I'm still busy changing a few things on my website. You used to be able to buy these on my website. I'm paying more for more pages, but I'm not getting the traffic that I need. So now I've just decided to stick to WhatsApp, for example. So if a person would like to buy some of these or all of my work, to be quite honest, anything, the best place to go on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp numbers are everywhere, to be quite honest. There are links also on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page. You can send me emails. To be quite honest, it's actually very easy to get a hold of me. So on my Instagram page, Vanessa Majoro, and my Facebook page, Vanessa M Art, which I'm going to change. And then my website, under reconstruction. Somewhere in December. But it's going to be lean, you know. Yeah, that's another lesson. To your initial question, yeah, running a business. It's about coming back to yourself and saying, okay, this isn't working. Can I try a more lean approach? And let's just trim excess fat. So having a one page designed with who I am, my bio, my different exhibitions, links to those pages instead of me having links on my website. I feel like that's a nice lean approach. Yeah, so that's what I'm working towards, which has been another lesson. So there are a lot of lessons here. What are my final words?
Yeah, how would you want to close up the show?
Come buy my work. And just stay being creative, stay expressing yourself. Yes, but fall in love with the process, you know. I think that when we leave this earth, or when I leave this earth, the process is the only thing you take with you, because I think it's extremely spiritual, because you are tapping into an unseen and an unknown realm. Dr. Nduduzo Makatini, Webita and elsewhere. That's where you essentially go to, and you are bringing things from there to here, you know. So yeah, I think to all creatives, just stay in love with the process. Yeah, you sell work, yes, we do need money to live. I'm not gonna dispute that part. Lifestyle I'm told. Yeah. So, but the main thing is just fall in love with the process. That's where you lose yourself. That's where you grow. You ask questions. That's where you learn love. You love yourself. You love the environment that you live in. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
So now we're going to get into the
the
documentary.